Today I'm here with XMT's newest member in Cars as he plays his initiation games. That's right, XMT, one of the long-standing prestigious clans of Total War Warhammer. Basically, as one of their initiation rites, new members play some meme games against current members. So in Cars here, playing the Skaven, brought the meme lord himself, Tretch Craventail. He's already skitter-leaped 2 Wheels of Doom for bonus meme points. And yeah, he's got basically like an Eshin build plus 2 Doom Wheels, more or less. Vanguard of some Death Runners, Night Runners here. And we've also got, yeah, more Death Runners here. It looks like a couple of Censer Bearers, Plague Monk Censer Bearers, just again for extra points, since these are a pretty unusual pick. Skaven Slaves up front. And yeah, Eshin Sorcerer, of course, for that Skitter Leap. It's also got, yeah, Black Whirlwind. That is the one that actually does damage, okay. Rider Rohan here coming in hot with some Cab, rank 9 Dark Riders, and Doomfire Warlocks, including the Regiment of Renown. And yeah, that's all vanguarded behind. Of course, Marathi here taking a bunch of shurikens to the face with a couple of Death Hags. Let's get things rolling. As Marathi charges on in, going to use some Melkos Mystifying Miasma, get stuck in the Skaven so they don't have line of sight to shoot her. Definitely a good way of defending against the damage, except somehow the unit that she's fighting all just like multi-shots her. Probably does a really good amount of damage, actually. And then, of course, the Doom Wheels moving in to take out the Death Hags. Yes, this is all exactly as intended. Meanwhile, we've got cavalry charging in the back line, getting caught up on the Censer Bearers. Their magic attacks will absolutely clear through. Those Doomfire Warlocks definitely need to be careful there, but likewise, Doomfire Warlocks' magic attacks will also tear through the Death Runners. It's going to be one of the few engagements in the game where Doomfire Warlocks actually will trade really well, as against Death Runners specifically. Obviously, Triads with their anti-large should be a lot nastier, but a big old nasty, messy blob here. Beautiful Soul Sealer opportunity. Or Marathi throws it in. Gets some nice DPS on all these Skaven here, but it's not enough to save the Doomfire Warlocks from getting terrified away by the Doom Wheel. Doom versus Doom here. Salacious Harvester is also charging into the rear of those Plague Monk Censer Bears. Skaven Slaves likewise getting routed. Not too surprising, but looks like Murderous Prowess popping off. Not quite yet. Getting pretty close, but yeah, Demon Darkness being used here to break some of the Skaven's leadership, but light cavalry is definitely proceeding here wherever they can. Marathi got absolutely wrecked by Death Runners and is currently getting chased off by Death Runners. Yeah, Night Runners, Death Runners. Getting confused there, but still. The Doomfire Warlocks, never thought I'd say this in Warhammer 3, but they are definitely carrying pretty hard right now. A force to be reckoned with. The Doom Wheels are going to be a huge problem, but against this many concentrated unit models with the debuffs, also Soul Blight coming down here, and the Blight Scabs Plague Pack just completely overmatched by this volume of Doomfire Warlocks. There's 4 units of Warlocks here, so absolutely massive. Now with Murderous Prowess also active, those even those Dark Riders, 50 charge bonus with a 37 melee attack, 38 melee defense, just incredible stats on a rank 9. Obviously not great HP, still going to be squishy against certain things, but especially against Skaven attack and defense, they should do okay. That said, balance power slightly in Skaven's favor as the Doom Wheels are just completely unopposed pretty much at this point. Death Hags did manage to put a number on Tretch, old meme lord himself, just getting absolutely snoo-snooed here in the center as he tries to hold the objective. This is technically Conquest. But yeah, the Doom Wheels are definitely going to be a huge problem. I don't really see a lot in the Dark Elves build that can overtake them, but we'll see. Charging Dark Riders going to keep pushing through, get on these Night Runners here. Dark Rider shields will definitely help them in this situation. And again, a little bit of extra charge bonus from Murderous Prowess. Probably just dropped. Yeah, just barely dropped, but Doom Wheel in here for a counter charge. Regiment of Renown Doom Wheel, of course, having an extra ranged attack. Basically doubles its range DPS. Very good stuff. It and Ikit, probably just the ranged attacks alone make them much better than the base Doom Wheel. But the base Doom Wheel also, I think, did get some buffs recently. I can't remember exactly. I think in 5.1 got some stuff, but yeah, a little bit of Word of Pain there. Ooh, don't see that super often. But yeah, I guess that's the bound Word of Pain probably from one of these Doomfire Warlocks. The Regiment of Renown maybe has it, right? Yeah. It's interesting. I feel like Word of Pain is one of those spells that should be better. Like, looking at it on paper, it's like, oh, minus 40 melee attack, but then to actually spend Winds of Magic on it as an actual spell, it might as well just be doing damage most of the time. I don't know. There's been some discussion recently behind the scenes with me and some other content creators about possible buffs for buffs and debuffs as a sort of class, especially for spells. It does make certain spells just not really worth casting in terms of Winds of Magic costs. Like, a lot of ability-based buffs and debuffs are pretty good, right? You look at, like, Sword of Crone, Helm of Discord, some of the character assassination debuffs that, you know, like Wolfric has access to, right? Or various others. We're going to see a nice Skaven Vortex unleashed here. Do some damage for sure. Catches a decent amount of unimodels, but Right Over Rohan manages to avoid most of that. But anyway, buffs and debuffs in terms of spells, yeah, just want them to be a little bit more impactful. Certain ones you definitely see, like Soul Blight here, of course, for the armor debuff is nice. A lot of them, honestly, the effects are fine. They probably just need to last a little bit longer or have a lower cooldown or maybe a larger area of effect, right? Just depends. Depends on the spell, but anyway, getting carried away in the meme game talking about things that actually matter. Meme games do matter too, of course, but Doomfire Warlocks here, not able to hold their leadership against the Doom Wheels. Although the one Doom Wheel is almost down. If the Dark Elves could somehow get rid of it, maybe get the Death Hag onto this Eshin Sorcerer and take him out. Doomfire Warlocks, maybe in a surround, can do some damage to him also, but yeah, I mean, Doom and Darkness does manage to rout the one Doom Wheel here. Another bound to Doom and Darkness. It's gotta be, right? Or no, Marathi's actually here. Okay. Marathi did manage to survive and hang around to keep casting some Doom and Darkness. A little bit of Melkos perhaps as well. I guess that Soul Sealer earlier came from the Slaanesha's Harvesters, which, considering the name, you'd be surprised they're not on Slaanesha's roster. Are they not? I'm pretty sure they're not. Anyway. Yeah, at this point, this Doom Wheel, soloed out like this, it's actually going to start to take some damage. Doomfire Warlock's weapon strength is okay. 45 is definitely solid. 13 AP is not bad. So in a surround like this, with their rank 9 stats, they're not really going to be at too much risk of getting killed by the Doom Wheel itself. But maybe this Eshin Sorcerer is just saving up one more Black Whirlwind to try and bunker bust this blob of cavalry here. But the Death Hag has a speed advantage on him, at least momentarily. He'd use those concealment bombs, which didn't really do much concealing. There it is, the Vortex coming in late game. Rider Rohan does react with his cavalry. Will it be fast enough to get away, though? It does deal some damage, and then the Doom Wheel is able to maybe come in and inflict a rear charge penalty here. Will Terror take hold? Looks like another debuff here, another Doom and Darkness. Oh, yeah, Ryder desperately trying to break the leadership of the Wheels of Doom here, but it's his unit's leadership that breaks. Clutch Dark Rider rear charge. Will it be enough to perhaps do enough damage to break things? Actually, with the Doom and Darkness, it is. 40 charge bonus. Somebody send this to Battlesy, by the way. Yeah, it gets routed off here. Minus 18 from the Spell Mastery, and just that extra little 2, you know, just to send a message from the Greater Arcane Conduit. But the Eshin Sorcerer is still here. Oh, that was quite the turnaround. I didn't think they would be able to take out the Doom Wheels, but it turns out leadership goes, and Inkars is defeated. But he won our hearts over, certainly. And I love to see that, you know, just some different stuff. Some different spells you don't always see, different lords and things. I mean, Death Runners are situationally pretty good. Same with Censor Bearers, honestly. This one here manages to get 1,600 damage value just fighting Doomfire Warlocks, which is quite impressive. But, yeah, overall, Night Runners are going to be probably the biggest value piece. The Doom Wheels also actually both pay for themselves, which, considering they didn't have any infantry to fight, actually pretty impressive also. So sometimes you can actually learn things from these meme games, to be honest. Rider Rohan manages to clutch out the win there. Dark Riders, that nice little leadership penalty in the late game. Some of them even actually getting real good, like, value and kill totals. Doomfire Warlocks too. This is maybe the best game I've seen from them, and maybe that's the secret, is you just chevron them to rank 9. I don't know. I actually think Skaven, again, they have some units where they can do well in this particular matchup, especially in a meme game like this. But yeah, 1100 up to 2000 on the Slaanesha's Harvesters. So really good stuff all around. Fun game for sure. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.